Here we are after today. We've got 3 more days left in the month of October, and we've still got a lot of ground to cover before I wrap up this week on tomorrow night. With that said, thank you for being here this evening. Showers have largely avoided us today. Largely. Not everyone, but most. But that's about to change. You can see the darkness over my shoulder and some showers looming on radar, and we'll take a look at all of your updated information in just a few moments, and I can already tell you that I don't see any sunshine in the forecast any time between now and the end of your Saturday. Nevertheless, it does have some bright spots therein. Headlines tonight will include coverage of last night's Sayersville City Council meeting. Of course, the sole purpose of the meeting was to discuss and possibly take a vote as to whether or not to continue proceedings to remove City Councilman Colin Ray Jackson. I'll take you to his relatively brief meeting, and I'll show you a 3 or 4 minute segment of that, which will pretty much sum up the entire evening. I will also as well have a man arrested in McGoffin County for, says police, dragging a woman by the vehicle he was driving after she tried to escape. I also have, of course, your COVID count locally and statewide today, and perhaps a few other things. And, of course, a community calendar and a birthday on this one today, as we most often do. First, let's talk about heating assistance. LIHEAP, as we have come to know quite well, is available. The subsidy portion of the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program administered by the Big Sandy Area Community Action Program has begun. As cold weather is here, low-income individuals and families in need of assistance need to make an appointment online or over the phone. The federally funded program helps low-income households with their home energy bills by ensuring proper heating. The risk of health and safety problems such as illness, fire, or eviction is reduced. That's their goal. This important federal program helps provide heating assistance to over 100,000 families in Kentucky each year, and many of those right here in McGoffin and Johnson counties. It operates in 2 components, the subsidy component and the crisis component. You do not have to have a disconnect notice during the subsidy component of LIHEAP. Individuals needing assistance during the subsidy component must be at or below the 150% threshold of the federal poverty level and provide Social Security, proof of all household members, current heating bill, most current, statement from your landlord if heating expenses are included in the rent, the account number, name on it, and some other documentation. I think that's actually all the documentation, and it can be uploaded to the agency's secure website, bsacap.org/bookings. Starting tomorrow, I'll throw that up on the community calendar. If you're like me, you have to see it to remember it, and even then it's kind of hard to do. But appointments to receive LIHEAP service are being taken now. They can be made online, and they can also be made by calling the booking system at 606-887-1441. Again, I'll have that contact information on our calendar starting tomorrow. The McGoffin County Sheriff's Department arrested the following individual. Charges of unlawful imprisonment in the first degree, wanton endangerment in the first degree, and other violent-related charges, all after authorities responded yesterday to the call of a woman being drugged by a car. When deputies arrived at the scene, a female stated that her boyfriend and she had been arguing to the point that she wanted to get out of the car and told him to stop. But this man, the boyfriend, James Lee May, she claimed became irate and got mad over some medicine that he had thrown in the car. Nevertheless, the victim stated that she opened her door to try to get out, and him not stopping, she started to scream for someone to help her. Instead of stopping, she claims that May sped up in the vehicle and refused to stop, and then went across a culvert in front of a residence where that resident claimed to have seen most of, or at least some of, the incident take place, saying that he saw her hanging out of the vehicle, and that when it went across the culvert, she was thrown out and ran over. That eyewitness telling police that he had seen the vehicle coming up Jake Reisner Road, seeing the passenger door open with the female hanging out, yelling that the driver, the boyfriend, was trying to kill her. James Lee May, 33, with a Campton address, was charged with unlawful imprisonment in the first degree, wanton endangerment in the first degree, and assault in the fourth degree, domestic violence, while the female victim was taken by ambulance to an area hospital. I'll be right back. You asked for it, and now they're back. Spicy Bourbon Dippers are back at your Sayersville Lee's, and the name says it all. except to say that they will make you shake your tail feathers. Get an order or a meal before they're gone again. Spicy bourbon dippers are back at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999. Nostalgic or historic or whatever you want to call that feeling you get when you walk in and sit down at the counter and get a scoop of ice cream or a hot dog with sauce while your hometown pharmacist gets your prescriptions ready. Whatever it is, it's still here at Fraser's Prater Drug. Only better, with everything from Jelly Bellies to fresh popcorn to hot and cold gourmet coffees, even hot fudge cakes and banana splits. Fraser's Prater Drug hasn't forgot how important the little things in life are, and they don't want you to either. Stop and see them. They're just a couple of doors down from another Sayersville gym, the Seasonal Shop.
Appalachian Wireless and Samsung introduced the smartphone that everyone is flipping over, the Z Flip 3. Looking for something that stands out in the crowd amongst regular smartphones? Then the Z Flip 3 is the device for you. On the region's best service, Appalachian Wireless. The Z Flip 3 is an actual flip phone that, when opened, reveals a stunning 6.7-inch touchscreen for the best of both worlds. It's compact, powerful, and the most unique smartphone in the world. Get more information at AppalachianWireless.com. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sayersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Let's go to your COVID count, and let's spend a few minutes actually talking about more than COVID, as we'll start on the state level and then go to that of the local one. Prefacing his announcement today in his Team Kentucky update, the governor announced over $822 million in investment and nearly 1,800 jobs coming to the Commonwealth today, promising another $400 million announcement tomorrow. The governor announced $450 million in investment through GE, adding over 1,000 full-time jobs to upgrades in their Appliance Park facility in Louisville. ARGI Financial Group LLC creating nearly 250 job opportunities in the next few years with a $2.7 million investment. One of the largest investments in job creation projects, Tyson Foods moving forward with a $355 million manufacturing operation in Bowling Green, 450 jobs. Pittman Creek Wholesale LLC, a fishing tackle producer and distributor headquarters in Lincoln County, $15 million, 60 full-time jobs. With the governor expressing his support for the passage of the bipartisan infrastructure bill that's still being debated in D.C., it would, in addition to American Rescue Plan Act funding, ARPA funds, provide another $4.7 billion over the next 5 years to Kentucky to fix roads and bridges, create jobs, almost $650 million for water infrastructure, $100 million for high-speed internet coverage, almost $400 million over 5 years for public transportation funding, $204 million over 5 years to improve airports, $70 million to expand the state's electric vehicle charging network, $20 million nearly to protect against wildfires, and several other items. In his COVID update, the governor saying that numbers are continuing to go in the right direction, including hospitalizations and ventilators being used, being among all the statistics that are going down.
So we are trending in the right direction. Cases are trending down. People in the ICU and the hospital on ventilators are all trending down, and our positivity rate continues to drop. That is the leading indicator. That's a good thing. We see other reliable metrics decreasing that tell us the same thing. Less people seeking the medication or treatment for it. The infusions and the demand are down. All good things. That's the monoclonal antibodies. Less demand out there for it. Now, if we want to keep this going, right? If we want to keep the decline, if we want to get back to the point in the summer where we all felt great, where we were at a place where we actually didn't have any where we were at a very safe place. I believe that boosters are now the most critical thing aside from getting more people vaccinated. But there is a difference, right? The population that's left that is unvaccinated is harder to reach or harder to convince. But everybody out there that has gotten their vaccines, you got it because you wanted protection. And we need you to get the booster when it's time and when you qualify to keep that protection. The reason that we could do away with masks in the summer was that the level of immunity that we all had against the Alpha variant was so high that it was reducing people getting it and people spreading it. And we believe with the booster, we can get there again with the Delta variant.
Reminding everyone about booster eligibility, the governor recommending, as are health officials, the CDC, and the FDA, to anyone who had the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to go get a booster of any of the 3 available on the market, and that right now Pfizer and Moderna are only eligible for 65 years and older, or 18 and older if you live in long-term settings, have underlying health conditions, or work or live in high-risk settings. The governor, though, believing that those boosters for Moderna and Pfizer will be available to just everyone very, very soon. And we're still awaiting, and just days away, possibly, from the announcement and approval and clearance of the Pfizer vaccine for 5 to 11-year-olds. While today's case count, another day under the 2,000 mark, 1,711 new cases in the Commonwealth, but the death toll is still reminiscent of those numbers that we saw when we were having thousands more cases a day. 33 deaths again today. The positivity rating, though, good news, is down to just over 5%, 5.17%. Getting under 5% indeed will be a major, major milestone. Today's incident rate map didn't go anywhere. Well, it didn't go down, at least. We actually, I think, had 48 counties in the red yesterday. I count 49 today. McGoffin County has also gone up. We had gotten down to the teens and low teens, I think it was, then back to 20. Today we're back up to 22.3, still into the orange. And there you can see, or you will in just a second, as we zoom in, our neighbors, Johnson, Floyd, Lawrence, Morgan, and the like. Morgan County still, as they have been for weeks now, in the yellow. As for McGoffin County's case count for today, 4 new cases confirmed today through the health department. 1 was a breakthrough case and someone who had been fully vaccinated. We had 0 on Sunday, 5 Monday, 8 Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, and 4 today. We have 2 more days of counting, and we'll see where our total is going to come. As for boosters, the McGoffin County Health Department gave out 111 boosters today. What a full day they've had. They have enough boosters to give out 20 more tomorrow. They've already got appointments for that. They are completely booked up. They are also completely booked up and ready to give 100 more boosters on Tuesday, but they have enough, will have enough boosters for Wednesday, and they're taking appointments right now for then. So the next available appointment for your Moderna booster at the McGoffin County Health Department is next Wednesday. Next, your McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar, starting with a birthday wish. It reads, would you please wish Stanley Hensley a happy 67th birthday from his wife Diane, kids Kelly and Ryan, grandkids Cadence, Ava, Colton, Caden, and Hayes. Here it is, Stanley. Happy 67th birthday to you. Happy, happy birthday, Stanley Hensley. Happy, happy birthday to you. With that, on to other announcements. A quick reminder, tonight was, of course, to have been all the wonderful Halloween festivities in downtown Sagersville. But due to the threat of rain, which right now looked as though it might have been a bad call to move, but I think we're going to see some rains move in that might have just caught everybody right in the middle. So probably a good thing. Monday's definitely going to be a pretty day and pretty night. So Ghost Walk next Monday, 6 to 8, and then the Thriller Dance and Performance will be at 8:30, right in front of the Sagersville Independent in Your News Today studios. And Trick or Treat is still set for this Saturday for 6 to 8. I'll have that forecast for you in just a few moments when we get to your weather. Trick or Treat, excuse me, once again in McGoffin County and Sagersville, Saturday, 6 to 8, and the Ghost Walk, Monday, 6 to 8. I'm checking. I'm not stalling. I'm checking. No, that is my last announcement for today. Those are for later. With that said, a reminder, when you have announcements, you want them on the program, birthdays and anniversaries too, let me know. And remember, if you have a birthday or an anniversary or birth announcement, we print those for free in the Sayersville Independent too. Send those, though. Don't send them to me. They may never make it. Send them to Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. Moving on to obituaries brought to you nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. It's my understanding that arrangements are still incomplete at this hour and to be announced soon for 88-year-old Jewel King of Royalton Road, who passed away on yesterday, preceded in death by her husband Lucian King. Arrangements once again incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon by the Sayersville Funeral Home. Fall is in full swing, and the holidays are just around the corner, and the seasonal shop has a huge selection of decor, clothes, and gifts for everyone. New arrivals at the shop include Wind and Willow, dip, drink, and cheese ball mixes, a bunch of perfect flavors, and they make a great gift. And cooler weather has arrived, and they've got a beautiful selection of women's clothing, sweaters, pants, leisure sets, and so much more. And they've not forgot about the fellas either. One of the seasonal shop's best-selling men's lines is back with so many new designs, and everyone's favorite sweatshirts are arriving daily. And as always, the largest variety of home decor in the area. Every day, fall, Halloween, Christmas is hitting the shelves as well, and fall and Halloween decor is 25% off right now at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. If this doesn't get your motor running, you need a new motor. JJ's Burgers and Beer is now serving breakfast and burgers. 99-cent breakfast sandwiches, BLTs, platters starting at $3.99 with sausage, bacon, chicken, pork tenderloin, or bologna. Oh my goodness. And it's all just as over-the-top tasty as their gourmet-style burgers, wings, and pizza. And you can have it all, breakfast or lunch, anytime, Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. That's breakfast and lunch all day. Dine in, drive through, and fuel up your other motor before you leave. JJ's Burgers and Beer at Speedy's in Sayersville. Call 297-2424. Stop by on Route 40 next to Foothills, or log on to conleytire.net to shop for tires and wheels by size, brand, or vehicle. Order them and even pay for them right now or later with 6 months same as cash. And be sure to check out their always changing specials, like up to $200 back on a set of Goodyears through December the 31st, and so many more at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Seasons are changing. Don't get caught in the cold. Call McGoffin County Heating and Cooling now. They have super affordable rates. They service all brands. They are a certified Platinum American Standard dealer and installer, and available with 24-hour service at 349-1058. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
At Sayersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sayersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National. The Sayersville City Council met in special session last evening, as we have covered here on the program and in the Sayersville Independent, to discuss the removal of a fellow council member from that position after a racial slur was used during a general discussion in a meeting a few weeks ago. The special session called last night, where all council members and the mayor were present. The purpose of this meeting was to take a vote as to whether or not proceedings would proceed in the removal, or at least discussion thereof, of Councilman Colin Ray Jackson after the use of the racial slur that we've previously focused on. City Attorney Jeff Lovely last night said that after consulting the Kentucky League of Cities, they tell him that the city of Sagersville on this matter is essentially in uncharted waters, that there is no legal precedent, there is no previous scenario where this has actually happened in the same manner as it has in the city of Sagersville in any other local government meeting. He also said that with that, there are guidelines that must be followed, all of which would begin with a vote as to whether or not to proceed.
So basically they advised, you've got a charge in front of you. If you want to proceed to a public hearing, there should be a motion and a vote to proceed to a hearing on the charges. Okay, and then we would set a public hearing in which Colin Ray would have an opportunity, the city would have an opportunity to present to you as council members the charges. Colin Ray could present his defense at a public hearing to the charges, and then all other members of the council, with the exception of Colin Ray, would deliberate and then come back into open session at that point in time and vote on his removal. And of course, the statute's very clear. It takes a unanimous vote of the remaining city council members to remove. Now I want to clarify that. A unanimous vote means if we got a quorum, all those present. Okay? Unanimous vote also means if you're present and you abstain, it can't still a unanimous vote. An abstention counts the same as a yes vote. So it's really a straight up or down vote at that point once you hear. But first tonight, you need to vote, or somebody needs to make a motion to bring the charges. You're not voting for removal tonight, you're simply voting to bring the charges and set a public hearing. After the hearing, you will, at that point in time, you will deliberate and come back and vote on removal at the public hearing. And that's what the statute provides. If you're going to bring the charges, the statute provides that Colin Ray has a right to that public hearing. Now, a public hearing, this is for the public's perspective, we're not going to hear from the public on the charges. Okay, we're not going to have a bunch of people in here talking. Public hearing means the public's allowed to attend and listen to the hearings, be on video, you can attend and watch, but the actual proceedings themselves will be the city presenting the charges to the council, which will be through the mayor, and Colin Ray will present his defense, his side to the council, and and the public will get to see all that, and the public will get to see your vote. That's what the meaning of public hearing. Okay, so we won't be having 15, 20 people in here testifying. It's not open to public comment or testimony. It's a public hearing simply in the sense that the public's allowed to come and watch and be present during the proceedings. And I think the mayor and I talked. If it's the council's will, Colin Ray doesn't object, I will preside at the hearing as the hearing officer. So I'm neutral in that I don't vote, I don't have an opinion, I'll just rule on what the law is. I don't get a vote, I don't get an opinion, I won't be involved in deliberations. The mayor won't be involved in deliberations, only the council will be ones to deliberate and vote. So if everybody's like that, then I would simply be the hearing officer that saves the city from having to go out and hire a hearing officer and come in. The mayor could serve as hearing officer according to the League of Cities, but in our discussions, he feels it's best that he not be the hearing officer at that, and I think that's appropriate. So everything's at the council's will at that point.
That's fine with me, Jeff.
Okay. Anybody got any questions?
And the reason I let Jeff preside because everybody knows how I feel about this matter. So I'm not going to be biased to somebody that's biased that's going to preside over the meeting. And I think Jeff will be unbiased and do it. So everybody knows, I think, pretty well how I feel about this.
But what would need to happen now is would need to be a motion and a second to bring the charges. And it's just a majority vote to bring the charges and set a hearing.
Okay, we have that. Jeff's explained that to us. Do I hear a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion.
Pat makes a motion. Do I hear a second?
Frazier's motion was seconded by Paul Montgomery, all members voting aye or yes to further the proceedings. Jeff Lovely, the city attorney, will preside as the hearing officer as a neutral party during this next public meeting, as you heard him describe. It has been set for Wednesday, November the 10th at 6:30 at Sagersville City Hall. Showers making their way into the viewing area this evening and then sticking around on and off in fashion throughout at least the end of your Saturday. With Sagersville being right beneath the little red pin in the middle of your screen, as you can see, and as I'm seeing a few drops start to hit the pavement outside, showers encroaching on the downtown Sagersville area and much of the viewing area as well. Nothing super heavy out of this, no storms associated with it, but showers throughout the evening on and off as low pressure is just swirling over top of much of Kentucky. We will see a low tonight of around 48 degrees. With this, we will as well see winds out of the southeast 6 miles per hour, so becoming calm tonight. Rainfall amounts, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch on the high side, I think. Showers are again likely tomorrow, though. Showers with mostly cloudy skies for your Friday. 61 degrees, a 60% chance of showers. A lesser amount, 1/10 to maybe 1/4 of an inch on the very high side for tomorrow. And then maybe another 10th of an inch tomorrow night. 61, 47 for your high and low for your Friday. More clouds, of course, than not, and shower chances again at 60%. For your weekend, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain associated with the showers that we think we'll see Saturday, mainly after 1. 57 degrees, light winds out of the southwest, 3 to 6. Again, we have showers mainly before midnight Saturday night, which of course will be well after trick or treat, but they're not going to be heavy in nature. So I think it's going to be okay, a light sprinkle or two. Might even make it a little more spooky, I don't know, but we're hoping and right now not looking for any heavy rain or enough to really dampen trick-or-treat too much. We'll know more tomorrow, certainly. Good news is, though, Sunday looks nice, partly sunny and 60 degrees, 40 Sunday night, partly cloudy. Ditto for your Monday, literally, mostly sunny, 60 and 40. Tuesday, partly sunny and just a notch below 60 degrees. And then shower chances Tuesday night work their way back in as they hang around slightly into your Wednesday and into your Thursday. Good news is Wednesday's temperatures right now aren't as dramatically low as they were 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, models put them in the upper 40s for daytime highs. Next Wednesday, right now, they're pointing more towards about a 54-degree day. And that's it for tonight. I've still got a lot of news on the desk and only a half an hour tomorrow to try to work it all in. So please join me and let's see how that all works out. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.